Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Dude What? I'm Harry Dowling, and once again, I'm joined by my best friend and co-host, Mr. Tomo Tomlinson. How you doing, man?
Hey there, hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, man, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm alright, mate. We've got a special on this week. We've got a guest with us, the one and only Mr. Callum Hamby. Maybe that's a story that'll come up on this episode.
Yeah, we'll see.
How are you doing, mate?
I'm doing really well. 2-hour drive here, but yeah, I did really well. Had a really nice evening, and having a nice time.
Good, man. Good to hear. Well, it's been a little while, man.
It has. Yeah, it has. Yeah, I live a little bit of a distance away, so so the times that we get to hang out are a bit not as many as what we used to back in the day. But yeah.
For those who don't know, Callum. Or we just call him Hamby, always have done, so it's weird calling him Callum, so I'm going to call him Hamby for the rest of the episode. Is basically just a real old friend of me and Tomo's. We've known him for years. I can't even remember.
I think we'd have been about 16 years old, I think.
Yeah.
It was when we started college.
Because you met Harry before you met me.
Yeah. So I think me and Harry met 'cause we were at college, and I think we had kind of mutual friends. And that's how we sort of befriended Tomo, and there's a few other guys who were in the group.
Yeah.
Who we kind
of. Well, we actually met in high school, but because you got on. The bus,
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
We were in the same year, but we weren't really friends.
That's true.
Completely different friend groups. You were literally the kid that would sit at the front of the bus, and we'd all be like, "Oh, it's at the front of the bus."
Yeah, that's true.
But now we became good friends, and we have been for a long time. Probably at least 10 years.
Wow. Yeah, when I think about it like that, that's a long time.
Yeah,
that's
ages.
That's crazy.
All of us, we form like kind of a smaller part of a bigger group of guys that we're basically like a group of brothers.
Yeah.
I don't have a brother, so you guys are basically my brothers.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like back in the day, we'd hang out like pretty much every day, like during some times of the year we'd hang out every day.
Yeah. Every day.
We'd have a lot of beers. It's like that. It's like that time when I got offered money by you guys at the cricket club to run across the giant field. It was like a big rugby field.
It was.
That was bogged in so much mud.
It was
flooded.
It was in December.
And I just took they were like, I'll bet you like £10 each person or something or whatever it was. So, like. To run across it from one corner to the other. It was more than that, mate.
It was like £10 and then it was like 20, 30, 40. At one point, I swear it was like £150. And I was like, I'm taking my shoes off. I'm running across this field, man.
Yeah, you were probably like, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I'll do it. Took my shoes off and then I just ran.
Man.
I just ran across, came back. I was fucking drenched for the whole night.
Yeah, man.
I was just sat there like...
Yeah, like it was the beginning of the night.
I was just shivering.
Yeah.
It's cold.
It was so annoying.
Yeah.
It was funny, but it was also annoying because then I had to suffer the rest of the night being like really cold.
I mean, how much money did you get from that though? Because I sort of remember everyone like
I think it was like
backing out.
Everyone was like, "I'll bet this much money," and I like shook hands and everything. And then everyone was like, "No, I ain't got it." Especially you, Hamby. Eventually, you paid me something.
Did I? I can't
way less than what you said.
Probably.
You said like 60 quid or some shit. And you gave me like £10. I was like,
oh. 10 is a tenner at the end of the day.
I was still, But I mean, if you're a better man, you gotta be honest with your word.
Yeah, true.
You gotta honour your word. That's it.
That's true.
Anyway, man, it's been a week. What have you been up to? You done anything?
I've just been working a lot.
Standard.
Ordered a new headset. Looking forward to that when I get back home. But
yeah, nice. Yeah, so we're sort of trialing a new place to record this week. We're doing it actually at mine. So if you hear any like weird sounds or something, or like cars that sound like they're literally right there, it's because they basically are. We're in a garage, so yeah, it is what it is.
It's like a garage. It's a garage in like at the back of a house, not like actually like in a big set of garages.
Yeah.
Not in a random set of garages.
Someone like smoking crack in the next corner. Banging, shut up!
Just give it those down.
Anyway, so I was gonna say I basically haven't done anything either. Just been working.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty standard. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Pays the bills. Not the most exciting thing I've done this week which is really exciting, is upgrade my Sky to UHD.
Nice.
And I haven't even watched anything on it yet. I did that a few days ago.
I mean, I'm going to be completely honest here. That sounds boring as shit. I'm not going to lie.
What's more boring? What's more boring? A UHD up here in Sky or getting a new headset?
I'd say getting a new headset is better. I mean.
So I think I've got a new little segment that I'd like to introduce to the show. It's called "What Are We Drinking?" And I'm sure there'll be a little jingle or something at some point. We like to drink a lot of beers on this show. In case you can't tell, we've had a lot of beers already. So what I'm going to do each week is I'm going to buy like a mystery beer for me and Tomo, or me, Tomo, whoever. Luckily, we've got Mr Callum Hamby here for the first one, so he can do as well. But we're just going to try a random beer or something and see how it is, So this week, I've chosen a beer, and it's probably one of my favourite beers at the moment. Number 1 or number 2. It's local. I'm not saying where we are, but it's local.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. Ready, boys?
What is it?
There we go.
Batham's Best Bitter.
Oh.
That is one of my favourite beers.
Since 1877.
Oh, it's relatively local.
Yeah.
Briery Hill, West Midlands. Yeah. Crack it open.
There we go. Where's that? Oh, he's got it. Crack it open, mate. See what you think.
Oh.
So this is it's in like a few sort of pubs in the area. There's one that's a little bit local, but it's like a little bit of a specialty. You can't really get it anywhere. It's a bitter. I'm not usually into that. I'm usually like a pale ale man. Yeah. Cheers. See what you think.
Oh, wow, it's quite clear actually. It's not like I can barely taste it. It's like got a nice flavour, but it's just
so.
It's
Yeah,
smooth
there's when you go to a pub and you have it, it's I can't remember it. Let me have another swig.
So what I'd describe it as, like I said, I'm not normally a massive fan of bitters. I'm more of a fan of like IPAs and
100%,
and even some like stouts and things. But
wow.
It's quite nice, and actually it's actually relatively strong for a bitter, 4.3%. Like a lot of bitters you get in pubs are generally like 3.5%.
Yeah.
This is quite nice. It's got a lot to it, and I think like I could actually see myself drinking like this in a pub. Sat down for an evening. It's not in too much in your face.
Yeah.
It's quite an easy drink.
Yeah. Say when you go to a Batham's pub, when you have it straight from the tap, it's actually like flat. It's not fizzy, so it's completely different. But I much prefer it out of the bottle.
It's
with
nice.
that fizz there.
And actually, like I don't know if you've had it in the fridge, but like it's been quite a warm day here.
Yeah.
And like it's actually really refreshing.
Yeah.
It's very refreshing.
Glad you guys like it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have another
really nice.
another quick bit.
Yeah, I'll have a sip as well.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's good. I like that. So that was what we drinking.
Yeah.
It's a new thing I'm going to do, and we got beers, so it's all good. Anyway, the reason why we're here. So we asked Hamby to come on this week, and what we're going to do with our guests that come on is basically we're going to get them to bring a film with them. Maybe it's something they've seen, and maybe we haven't seen it, and they just want to share it with us or whatever. We asked Hamby to send us to basically bring a pretty bad film with us to us. So Hamby, what you bring, man? What did we watch this week?
So so this movie that we decided to watch today was called Love on a Leash. So this is a movie that my girlfriend actually suggested. So it's something that she's kind of seen trailers for, and she kind of has seen videos of it online. So the movie came out in 2011, and it's directed by, according to IMDb, Fen Tian. Interestingly, this movie on IMDb has a 9.0, which is remarkably high given that it seems to be quite an amateur movie.
Yeah, you sent it me as like hey, I'm thinking about bringing this film, and I was like, straight away I saw the name, thought that's a bit weird, but saw the score, and was like, he ain't quite got it. Yeah, that's a 9 out of 10, mate. You know, but now, mate, carry on.
So a bit of digging, and it seems that quite a popular YouTuber, Ralph the movie maker, has reviewed this. Quite a well-known popular YouTuber, reviews movies, obviously, and I think that's the reason why the movie has such a high rating on IMDb.
Yeah.
So, watching a few videos around, it seemed like it was quite an interesting movie to watch. It looks pretty bad, but also pretty interesting. Lots of things to talk about.
Definitely looked bad. It definitely looked bad.
So, I'll go over the premise. So the premise of the movie is that essentially I don't know where to start. There's this dog that you find out eventually is not actually a dog. It's actually a guy that has been cursed and has turned into a dog, and it's all about his love affair with this other character, and essentially the whole movie is this. Obviously, it's quite a
shit.
Yeah. I can't really describe it.
I think you have to see it. Like, I mean, that's an impossible task trying to give a synopsis of that film, man. Like, what even happened?
Essentially, it's your classic. It's your sort of almost like your Shakespearean romance, but not. I think like it's a lot. Well, we're gonna go over it, but it essentially like, the ins and outs of the movie are obscure and very, very hard to summarize.
Bad. So straight away, you're like thrown into it with basically, like you said, there's a dog, quite like an old golden retriever, and it's just. Well, no. So the movie starts right, and there's sound. The credits are coming up. There's sound.
Yeah.
Then the sound's gone, and there's a dog, and you're thinking, oh, this is just the intro or something. The camera sort of, like, cut into things, and there's no sound, right? So I restarted the film. So I was like, something's going on. We were watching it on YouTube. Something's going on. I'll restart the film, and then Hamby says, no, apparently, like, there's bits of this film that don't have a soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
So. We were sort of like, oh shit, here we go. Anyway, so carried on, and it's basically this dog, and he's just sniffing around, but he's got like a proper weird like American voice. Some guy's like voicing him, and it's like straight away it's amateur. It's like the main vibe you get off it, like fully amateur, and he's basically like sniffing around these trees, and he's like fully like weirdly hunting for girls. Remember?
It was really strange.
Yeah. They're all like running around in the park, and it's like whatever year. I mean, this is 2011, but it looks like 2000 or 2001.
I suspect it. Well, we both said it. It looks like it's recorded like at least 10 years before.
Yeah, they didn't even explain it.
Yeah, because I get, like we were saying, I get that there's, you can bring certain objects in, like old phones and things, but even like the streets and everyone else's, that people that obviously weren't extras and things, people's clothing and stuff, just looked old.
Yeah.
You could tell this looks like it maybe been in development for a long time.
It seems like it.
Some dude filmed this and was just like,
I'm happy with this.
For years. It's his life's work.
It's
or whoever, or Dudette, sorry, Fentian.
I think one thing that we can summarize this whole movie up, right at the start, is that we're not really sure if it's deliberately bad or if it's genuinely some person's like vanity project, as in like they think that this is the best thing.
It's
ever.
weird because the plot unfolds out, and then he's told by like a magical pond that he needs to find true love to like become a human again. So he like randomly latches onto this girl who wears all green, like everything's green.
Mm-hmm.
Her clothes, her house, like her phone, everything is green. And with no explanation at all.
Yeah, but it's one thing that's really confusing is the fact that when the dog just goes to the gas station and then just lies down in front of the car.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, go, and then out of nowhere the woman's like gets out of the car, goes over to the dog. You're coming with me now.
Yeah,
and
like
she's
fully...
just like puts the dog straight in the car. We have the collar on.
He's supposed to be a
She didn't even look for the owner.
Mm.
She didn't even look for the owner. She was just like, straight in my car. See you later.
God.
Like, what the hell?
So
that's not surely not legal. Like what?
So I mean, there's so many things that like jump out right at the start, and like I said, the first thing is the audio. there's no soundtrack, and we later found, do look on IMDb, that there is actually a composer listed for the movie, but there's no soundtrack for the entire movie. There's no music in it at all.
Yeah,
it's strange.
It makes everything seem off. Like when characters are having conversations, you feel like something's up because there's suddenly no music, but there's just no music throughout the whole thing. That combined with like the weird canted angles make you think that you're like on edge because you think something's going to happen the whole way through. But it's not like a tense film or anything like that.
Yeah.
There's like no tension in it at all. So yeah, the dog is let's say, he's got this weird like American voice, and when she like she says like, "What's your name?" or something, and he goes like, "I have a name, Alvin." This was weird. I have a name, and you're thinking like, oh, you know, he's just gonna say it all. No, my name is Alvin Fwang.
What the hell?
Alvin Fwang. Like,
what name?
What the hell is that about? And it was like Tomo's trademark catchphrase. It didn't explain it.
It didn't explain it.
It did not explain it.
No, absolutely not.
But straight away, some things that we noticed, like it looked like they cast someone. It looked like they cast Barry Manilow in a role because the text made it. It said Barry something or other, but it totally looked like Manilow. So we thought we were in for a proper treat there. Yeah. So
the opening scene is the dog wandering around, going where the lady's at.
Yeah. That's like I say, it's just weird. There's the his like love interest that he's chasing to try and get him to like love him. She goes to like her work, and she works as a in a women's clothes shop. She's like a sales person that sort of floats around and tries to sell you shit. And we're introduced to like her sort of circle of colleagues and things, because there's a woman there who is like trying on a dress, and she's obviously sort of not. They're saying that she's too big for the dress.
Yeah, it's big for the dress.
Not that she's big, that the dress is too small. She's trying to like squeeze into it. And our main female character says like, "Oh, I'm sorry, like I just can't sell you this dress. You can't fit into it." And me and Tomo, or all of us, looked at each other. We were like, "Hey?" That's how it works. Anyway, she then like her like almost best friend colleague, who is this like Asian guy with glasses
called Kevin.
I think he's called Kevin.
Yeah, he's called Kevin.
There's him, and then there's like her boss, who's like this weird long-haired like almost like Billy Ray Cyrus, like, hey, like,
hey, Alvin.
Hey, yeah, no problem, you know. And
creepy.
And as always, we wrote down like just a load of stuff that stood out to us. And one of the things that we wrote down was Hansy, because he's constantly like trying to feel her up, man, and stuff, and it's out of nowhere. And the problem is with this film is it's edited in such a shit way that we're talking like as if there's a storyline. There isn't. It's just a connection of weird scenes.
It just chops from scene to scene, and there's no kind of a lead into like what is going to happen next. And it's really, you know, and if you're used to watching like, you know, I'd say good movies, just normal, you know, Hollywood bog standard movies, they obviously lead into what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
They might be in a really subtle way, but this movie has none of it.
It's got no consistency.
And if you're not used to it, it's really jarring to watch. You're like, this is really strange.
Yeah, because one minute you'll be watching a scene where she may be like in a living room or something, and then the next she'll be like out somewhere at night, and then the next it'll be like daytime, and it's like what? Time
jumps, like you say, like weird. Don't know, characters who suddenly have haircuts in the next scene, and stuff like that. That was something we noticed. So a scene that stood out to us, which at the time we hoped was halfway through the film, which was actually probably about 10 or 15 minutes in, was the scene where, like early on in the film, for some reason, like 4 guys like proposed to her out of the blue. Most of them, we don't know if she's known them for ages or if she's literally just met them. It's so weird. But anyway, one of them is like her best friend, kind of colleague guy, the Asian guy Kevin. He like walks in, like, you know, fully proposes to her, and she's, I don't know if she's like into it or something. I think because she's trying to find like love as well. I think she's into it. And then he's like, but it's in title only. Like I'm gay, you know.
She's horrified by
she
this.
She is.
She's terrified.
And he's saying, like, my parents will disown me, like, we need to have children, you know. And it's like, whoa, hang on, Kevin.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's just bizarre. Totally bizarre. Because then immediately afterwards, she's upset as anything. Billy Ray Cyrus walks in. And he's like, he's obviously hammered, and for some reason he's got a beard in this shot. He's got a beard.
Like the same day.
Yeah, and he's my wife doesn't turn me on anymore. Like, come on. He's trying to like grab her.
Handsy.
Handsy.
Yeah.
She calls out for the dog, who she names Prince, who we thought when Tomo was reading the
IMDb cast.
Yeah.
I literally thought when it said Prince, I thought it was the Prince. I was like, what the hell is he doing in this movie?
And we were like, whoa!
Oh, we're in for a banger.
In for a treat, you know, hopefully the soundtrack or something. But
very disappointed.
So what I said this when we were watching the movie. That was actually, in my opinion, that's the best bit of acting I've seen in that entire movie.
Oh, 100%.
Was where it was Kevin and I can't remember the lead. I can't remember the lead character's name. Lisa. It was Kevin Kevin proposing to Lisa.
Oh,
and that
creepy.
is and it's saying something when that is the best scene in the whole movie when it comes to acting.
Oh, definitely.
Like I would say Kevin is like
above amateur.
Yeah,
just
about above average.
He's not that. Yeah, he's not actually bad at acting.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's
he's
saying
bad,
something for the
bad,
entire movie.
But he's not as bad as other bad actors.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
But you know, he actually showed some emotion in the scene, and the same can't be said for the rest of the movie, unfortunately.
No, not for anyone else. So the guy, the guy who is the dog, he sort of transforms, and he thinks he's fully back as a man. But actually, he can only come back for like nighttime. But the first time he sort of comes back as a human, he's this like it's so strange because all of a sudden she's like kneeling down in front of this naked man
in woods somewhere,
in the park or some shit.
Yeah,
and he's just stood there, and it's like he just did like, you know, the fastest workout or something to get himself jacked.
Some push-ups.
He's so pumped, this dude, but like. Not like a big guy, like you say, but just like...
It looked like in every single scene where he had his top off, it looked like he was tense and hard.
He was like, look at me.
Yeah.
That's so true. Oh my god, that guy. Do you remember the scene where it's nighttime? I think our main character has like run off. I mean, the dog character I think has run off at this point. Excuse me. But she like goes outside to try and find him, and it's stormy and it's raining, but something looks totally off, and it's the fact that all of the rain is totally CGI, and it's just like wiping across one side of the screen to the other.
No, I don't think it's. It feels like some of it's CGI, but a lot of it's a sprinkler. You can just see a sprinkler in the background, and you can see it coming from that direction.
Some of it, the rain is going upwards.
Yeah.
And then they've tried to like blend it in with the CG rain, and it's just awful. There's patches of the screen where there's clearly water, and then other bits where there's just like not.
Yeah,
that was bad.
I get it. It looked like they filmed it somewhere hot, so it looks like they were probably struggling to find a day where it would rain.
It's like the fact that they were split in the middle between when it goes sunny and rains. You know, when you're driving down the road and then it switches.
Yeah,
it's like that.
It felt like that.
Yeah.
Something Hamby's written down and underlined is that basically our characters. It's pretty obvious that our, the dog character, when he's a man, is going to get with our female character.
Alvin Fwang.
Our man Fwang.
My man Fwang.
is going to get with our female character, and anyway they do, and it starts leading into this like really. Because there's no sound, so there's no like loving score, violins, and like romance. It's like he's leaning in over a like loop, and then like they start to like take off each other's clothes a little bit and stuff, and it's like, oh god, we don't want to be seeing this, man. And
but yeah, I mean, so like it starts off. I think there's 2 bits in the movie where it looks like they're gonna have a sex scene, and like mercifully, unlike famous bad movies like The Room, they mercifully don't do this. It stops before they start. But it's really weird. One thing that I also, one thing that is really weird about this as well is the camera angles, and they have these menacing camera angles, and they had it even during the sex scene, where it's like sideways, and it's well, you're more into your film, but when you're watching it, it's strange. It's when you're watching something like sex scene.
It's a technique used in like horror films, slasher films, stuff like that, where like they want you to feel off. So
when you're supposed to have this romantic scene, why do they want the person to feel like something ain't right? Well, it's like
the whole way through we were saying, is this guy a genius? Does he think like, I'm doing this because the meaning of this scene is actually the and it's blah blah blah, or is he just like, or she, sorry, just like cool shot, like let's just film it weirdly.
It feels like that, and it's I mean, so like I say, mercifully, it didn't go much further than taking a shirt off, basically. It stopped there. Whilst all this was going on, he was like tensing hard again, like
absolutely jacked.
But did some push-ups before he came on.
Speaking of sex scenes, what did you say, Tomo?
I was talking about basically, it's a very weird thought, but imagine at the same time it'd be like they're like having sex and then like he shapeshifts. Isn't she like having sex with a dog?
He does seem to shift quite spontaneously.
I mean, there's questions there. Like that's just really weird. Like that's fucked up.
Probably stuff that should be left unanswered. I think.
But it's just like
if the curtain was open a little bit.
A bit of sunshine. It's fun.
Oh yeah, because that's it as well. Like it's quickly sort of revised that actually it's not the daytime or nighttime. It's just the sunlight.
Oh yeah.
So he can be in an environment that's like light as long as it's not sunlight.
Yeah, I mean the whole movie's much like this podcast. It's very muddled. I was quite confused what was going on.
Honestly, all over the place.
It's so confusing.
Do you remember though that one point that's just I can't stop thinking about is our main character's mom is well, I don't know. There's like 5 or 6 cast members in this whole film. Yeah. Anyway, one of them is this like older woman who plays our main character's mom, who we sort of laughed at hard in the one scene because they're having like they basically just get out of a car. They're in a car park, and they're like doing that thing in movies where they have a conversation over the roof of the car, and our main actress is talking to her, saying something, and then our main actress is like the mom character is like really out of breath for the shot, for the scene.
I felt bad for laughing.
Yeah, we were laughing hard because we were doing impressions and everything. I think we paused the film and we were doing like, you need a boyfriend, doing all that stuff, and it was hilarious. And then about 40 seconds later, she takes a hit from an inhaler, and we were like, so is it for the character, or do you reckon they just cast it? And she was like, I got asthma, I might have to use it. And they were like, that's fine.
We'll make that the character.
Yeah. That's your character's main trait, is that you just have asthma and you're out of breath.
But like, if it is something that like, if the actress was perfectly healthy and this is something, why would they write it into the movie? Yeah. It's such an obscure thing to write.
I don't think you'd want. Well, like, because she clearly took a she clearly had that inhaler. Yeah. It wasn't like, I don't think that was acting. You could see her do that thing. People lift their shoulders up.
Like you want to make character. I mean, you might be able to say more about it than I can. But like, surely when you make characters, you want characters to stand out. It's not something like they have asthma. It's like they have. I don't know. It's something. There has to be more than that.
I mean, I lean more towards it being a character thing, just because it's a comedy. But
was it a comedy?
Is asthma funny?
We
laughed at it.
No. But it's meant to be a romantic comedy.
Is it?
Yeah,
I guess it is. I guess it is.
Yeah, I guess that's what you could class it.
That's what it says. It's meant to be a romantic comedy.
Don't know if it was meant to be. I think it was supposed to be.
It was really weird.
I think it was someone's like deep desire to make that film. Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what it is.
Whoever Fenty is.
Yeah.
You need help.
There was a weirdly throughout the film, our dog character who's like doing an impression of Chris Pratt. Basically, we thought.
I mean, like, I don't know. All right, so this is another thing. There's different voice. So the person who voice acts the dog is a different actor to who plays Alvin Fwang, whatever the hell his name is. It's a different. It's a different actor. So
it is.
It's really jarring because there's scenes where he changes from a dog to a human, and it's a different voice altogether.
Yeah.
So the person who plays who actually voices the dog, yeah, it sounds like he's trying to do like a Chris Pratt impression.
Yeah. And he's like doing these weird songs the whole way through, and it's almost like they gave the mic to the guy and they were like, just roll with it. That he didn't have a script, a blank page. It says, talk about being a dog or something.
Improv.
And he's going, oh yeah, I'm a dog, and the pavement's hot on my feet and stuff, but I'm a dog and I'm on the street, or and it's like, what the hell, man? And one bit he just goes on and on about wanting some Kung Po chicken. And it's like, what? This dude's off on one, man.
Yeah.
Such a weird. Why would they be like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that's
magic,
great, man.
magic.
Absolutely.
But it's not like like I like obscure humor. I like obscure and like random like humor like that sometimes, but like it wasn't funny. I didn't laugh. It wasn't funny at all.
That's what I'm about to say. It's like it's not even. It's just weird the fact that it just wasn't funny. It was trying to be, but it really wasn't.
Yeah, but it was impossible to follow.
Yeah.
How can it be funny when it's literally impossible to follow?
We had like 10 minutes where like we would just. I had my head in my hands. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, for real. And I was like, "You've got your head in your hands."
Yeah. Watching movies is supposed to be like a leisurable activity, not like this is painful.
Tomo, what about only way to explain it?
Only way to explain
Oh, that was it. It was that. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, it was that.
There was a weird character in there who was almost like. It's almost like they
were trying to be like. I don't know, Spanish or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, like she was like a
But she was trying a different accent that wasn't her natural accent.
It's like a stereotypical. What's it called?
Mexican or Spanish?
No. What's the the gypsy the reading the cards.
Fortune teller.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Romany gypsy. It's like she was like that with all the the little gold bits and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like she was trying to be like that. But it was just so out of place because we don't know who this character is anyway, and for some reason she was friends with
Lisa's mum for some reason.
Yeah. And then she was having this conversation, and Tomo basically picked up on the fact that she just went, "Only way to explain it."
Only way to explain it.
Yeah.
Accents were so bad. To be fair, I think the funniest scene out of the whole film for me has got to be at the end of the film. So she really wants. Well, to be fair, it's not quite at the end of the film, but she really wants our dog character guy to go to dinner with her parents. She's like, "Come on, come to dinner," and he's like, "I can, I'm a dog, when the sun comes up, I'm going to be a dog." And she's like, "It's cloudy today, it's going to be cloudy. You can come out." And he's like, "Oh, we'll try it." And basically what follows is a hilariously bad scene where it's almost like they filmed it and they've turned the brightness right down. So it's like a hilariously dark scene, and it's like all these people just sort of having a chat and stuff. It's just weird and awkward. And anyway, it culminates with the sun coming out and it like clearing up. And our dog character guy is like rubbing his legs furiously because he's like, "Oh my god, like I'm going to change." Anyway, he basically stands up, crouches down.
Like he's about to take a poo.
Yeah, literally. Then there's like a weird morph effect they've done, and then he's a dog. He's the retriever, and what follows is literally like you said, one of the worst performances.
Dad, Prince just became a dog.
just became a dog. Dad,
so
Prince
bad.
just became a dog.
That's the line. That's the line.
It's so boring and like.
And he puts both hands out at the dog, looks at the camera basically straight. "Dad, Prince just became a dog," as if like, "Oh, damn it."
It's the second time he's done this week.
Oh, damn it.
Oh my god, I cracked it so much at that scene.
And a bit as well when one of the funny scenes is when they're like lay on the bed and it's like a heart-shaped love bed which just makes absolutely no
weird
sense.
Bed that
Why would you get a bed like that?
We got pretty hung up on that bed, didn't we? Like, 2 people can't fit on that thing.
Who?
Someone's legs are going to be out.
Who actually?
Yeah.
Do people own heart-shaped beds outside of like movies and TV?
I don't think so.
It's
just not practical.
No.
It's not practical at all.
Even on your own, it just seems weird.
Yeah, if you like to move around a bit, you've got like limited...
If you're on your own, it's fine, but it's kind of tragic that you've got a heart-shaped bed.
Yeah. If you're like a millionaire and you can just have you've got rooms big enough to just put random shit in. Yeah,
rent them out.
Yeah, chuck it.
That's the only way I'd have one of them.
Anyway, I think it's coming up to our ratings. I think.
Yeah,
ratings
man, absolutely.
T-Lad, go first, man. What are you giving it?
If I'll be honest, I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10. To be honest.
1 out of 10.
Yeah.
So what did you give?
Really
you
bad.
gave Cats a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
So this is your new.
This is
least favourite shit film.
Yeah, it's like the last with Cats. It was that specific actor, our actress.
Yeah.
But this time, I'd say the only person that gets any stars is Kevin.
Kevin.
He's the only person.
Gay!
It was, and then she was horrified. Oh my god, she was had night terrors or something.
Yeah. So a 1 out of 10 for Kevin.
Yeah. Well, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Other than that,
anything else to say?
Absolutely not. It was like a steaming pile of dog mess.
So yeah, I meant to say before I jumped into that, at the end of the episode we do our ratings. Hamby man, what are you giving it, bro?
So I don't know. Out of 10, I don't want to give it a 1. I want to give it something like a 3. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's. I did laugh. I did laugh at parts. Maybe that's not what the movie I didn't laugh at what the movie intended me to laugh at. I hope the actor that plays Kevin is. I hope he's doing good. Like 10 years on. I hope he's had something. I hope some things have gone his way.
Hope he's a happy man.
I'd be so surprised if anybody else in this movie was in anything else.
To be fair, I did actually have a little look, and the guy who played the dog man guy was actually in a series of other films around the same years, 11, 10, 12, that sort of.
Did it drop off after that?
It looks like it. And they don't look great, to be honest. I don't know if it's worth checking out. Please don't suggest we watch any of that, guys.
So 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10. That's pretty good. I think along your lines, I think it almost deserves points for being so bad, which is why I kept thinking, is this guy a genius, or is he a prankster kind of thing? But, There's so many there's so many little things in the movie that you kind of think they're obviously intentional, but are they intentional? For just the sake of it, or are they are they actually intentional, or is there something that's going on in the guy's head that we just haven't thought about?
Is it foreshadowing, or is it something that he thinks is a masterpiece?
So I can't actually remember what I gave Cats. I think Cats so far out of our episodes was my least favourite.
I know what you gave it. You gave it. I'm pretty sure you gave it a 3.
Did I?
I'll backtrack on that. It was either a 3 or a 2 because
I think I might have given it a 1. That's harsh.
No, because that's why I think I gave it lower. Because didn't you say? Actually, no. You gave it 1. I gave it a 2.
I think So I think I'm going to give this film a. We're not going into points, are we? Just solid numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking about 2.5, so I'll round it up to 3 for it. I think you got it right with that 3. I think it deserves those stars for making me laugh. Even though I fully wished for it to be over at points, I was done for a bit.
Oh yeah, I don't understand how it's got its 97% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think it's the Ralph the movie maker.
Yeah, it's that guy.
I think
the fans just went there and liked it.
They just all jumped on board.
Yeah,
to hype the hell out of this thing.
Whenever you find these popular bad movies, a lot of them are like that, where
kickstarted by YouTubers pretty much.
They have good ratings, and there's no harm in watching them. No. But it's just that
that's why we watch.
IMDb rating means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it really does. Anyone can fully do that.
Yeah.
To be fair, it is my favourite one though. I tend to go to that more.
It's just like a base rating.
Yeah.
Like you can just get a basis of what you think.
But in the Dude What scale, I'm giving it a 3. I'm giving it a 3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I give mine a.
Yeah.
Yeah. I give mine.
So
a
that
1.
was what even was that? That was Love on a Leash, 2011.
I got to be honest. Like we were sort of 2/3 of the way through, and I was like, this. It dragged. It dragged really bad. Yeah. Like it's. There were bits that I enjoyed. In all honesty, there were bits that we laughed at, but like it dragged, and I feel like that movie could have easily been like an hour long.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
easily been
it
an hour
didn't make any
long.
sense. Yeah.
It was an hour and 25. It's not even a long movie.
Yeah. There's also that bit when it looked like there was like Power Rangers, like all the colours.
Oh,
not Power Rangers.
yeah.
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, everyone weirdly had their own
specific
one
colour.
solid colour.
That one got
only wore
green,
that.
then pink, then blue.
Yeah. Just a big old steaming heat.
I wouldn't recommend anybody watching it.
No. I mean, we were gonna sort of suggest that like people, watch along with us kind of thing, but I don't want to put anyone through watching it. Maybe watch the trailer if there's watch the first 10 minutes.
This or Cats.
See if you can watch the first 10
and there was 3 times in that film that we were literally watching the movie, and out of nowhere we were just like, so how long's left? And we check, and it's like it's only been like 10 minutes. Like, are you serious? And it was just felt like it'd been ages.
This or Cats is a tricky one.
Yeah.
Because I love musicals, but I hated Cats, and I don't know. Whereas this, I didn't laugh at anything for Cats. Cats was a full-on slog for us to get through.
Well, that's the thing. What's better? Like a massive Hollywood movie with a huge budget, or like something that some dudes like filmed with like $100 camera.
I would say this. Yeah, I would say this take. Well, this has got a.
I haven't seen Cats.
I'm going to the opposite. I'd say I'd rather watch Cats than this him and Steep of Crap.
Okay.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, just because.
Whoa. I'll buy you some Cats merch then, bro.
No, absolutely not. No. Hell no.
I don't know if you can get Love on the Leash merch.
Yeah. I don't really want.
So
I feel like if you type that into like a merch thing, it just probably come up with different things.
Imagine. Oh God, yeah. Let's not type that in.
Don't type in Love on the Leash merch.
It just seems like a bit weird.
Okay.
Anyway, guys. So this week we've had Callum Hamby here with us, mate. It's been great.
I had a really nice time.
Yeah. I hope that you'd like to come back and do more episodes with us in future. Because it's been great having you, man. And that was a hell of a film.
That was a hell of an experience. Oh my God.
I've got plenty of other ideas for when I come on next.
Great.
I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to next time coming on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Anyway, so if you like this episode, just share it around. Do what you can do. It really helps us out. You can check us out pretty much anywhere where you can listen to a podcast. If you've got any suggestions, that'd be great. Send us an email to dudewutpodcast@gmail.com with some suggestions. We'd love to see that. We'd love to watch stuff like that. So, guys. I've been Harry Dowling.
And I've been Tom O'Lad.
It's Callum.
See y'all later. Take it easy.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Dude, what? Hey guys, it's me again. Just a little end note for this episode. Basically, when it came to editing this together, I noticed that there was a really annoying, weird microphone glitch that's going on the whole way through this episode. So, just want to say we are sorry for that. We're going to try and get it sorted out so that it's not there for next week. Also, there's a couple of things I forgot to say. I forgot to mention that there's new episodes every Tuesday. And also, I did forget to mention our Instagram account. So, basically, I'm fairly new to doing the Instagram thing, so I don't know, tag us or contact us or whatnot on Instagram at dudewutpodcast. Take it easy, guys. We'll see you next week.